Hey guys, it's Simon from redlinemotorsport.co.uk. Today we have the Porsche Cup Championship. This is the first round. We're in Zandvoort today. This will be myself commentating. We have Yuri with us. He will be running the pace car for the to do a formation lap, and then he'll be jumping in to commentate with me. Just at the start of qualifying, so 17 minutes of qualifying left, and then it's a 45-minute race. So we'll just see how this goes for a minute. So we're just staying with Jack for a minute. Hopefully, so we get some good times in now. So yeah, so Jack's managed to get the first lap in. Mole's just managed to go 2.5 tenths up from him. Yuri is 1.6 seconds off so far. What's going to be very interesting with these cars is no ABS or TC, so these Porsche Cups are going to be quite a challenge for these guys. Just seeing the pits there, you'll see one of the guys. Is it really low, is it? Oh, God. Why is it every time we have a stream, it's always something up? So let's turn up. How is that? Is that better? Just let me know how that is. So yeah, so at the moment we've got Mole, who's currently P1 at the moment, 143. Awesome, I'm glad that's fixed it. Hopefully I'm not peaking too much. So we'll keep an eye on that for the moment. Oh, a bit of contact there in the qualifying. So unfortunately we didn't capture what happened there. We'll see how that goes in a minute. But as I say, these cars, no TC, no ABS. So you've really got to be on the ball with these cars. You know, try not to lock up. Yeah, if you lock up, you're going to go straight in a straight line and off the track. So yeah, welcome to the stream, guys. So yeah, just to give you guys a bit of an announcement. So we've just gone live with our new website. So do check that out. So it's www.redlinemotorsport.co.uk. So yeah, go and have a look at that. Leave some feedback in the Discord because we've spent the last 2 months we're working really hard to obviously make our lives easier with obviously running more and more events as we progress. So yeah, nice user face, and obviously within 3 clicks you can sign yourself up to a championship and get it sent over to our Discord. So there's a nice integration there with the website and Discord. So yeah, do check that out. So yeah, currently we're just over 1,400 members now. So as we come up to our anniversary, so the anniversary will be the 19th of August. So we'll be a year old. So we've done quite a lot in that time. So year 2 is looking very positive. So just checking the times at the moment. Still the same at the moment. Mole still holding P1. Darius has just managed to grab P2 there, so he's managed to take that position off of Jack for the minute. So still just over 13 minutes to go. So yeah, good evening, guys. Appreciate you obviously coming to the chat. I will say obviously I am live streaming to Twitch and YouTube. I will be looking over the Twitch chat. So if you guys got any questions, then please post them in the Twitch chat. Changing at the moment, so a few more people are starting to get lap times in. So currently got 22 drivers in at the moment. I believe we've got 28 people signed off, and we've got a couple of people signed out tonight. So we should hopefully see a few more. So on board with Jake for a minute. He's currently holding P5. So he's improved this time, but still holds P5. Oh yeah, cheers Yuri. Yeah, if you can keep an eye on the YouTube chat when you jump in a minute, that'd be great. So yeah, as I said, Yuri will be running a pace car, so there'll be a full formation lap for these guys. As they're obviously bringing them around the track, and then hopefully we'll have a clean T1 and lap 1. That's the main goal of it. So especially with these cars, I said, you know, no ABS, so everyone's going to be keen trying to dive into T1. So most important thing is obviously remember no ABS. So if you lock off, chances are you're going to go in the back of someone. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. So still not much change at the top. So Mole still holding P1, Darius P2 at the moment, and Jax P3. But still just over 11 minutes left of qualifying. So thank you for the follow there, mate. Really appreciate that. So I will say this Sunday we are live. Well, yeah, we are live commentating the Race Room official esports WTCC event. Championship, so that'll be we'll be doing Division 2 while Race Room will be recording Division or streaming Division 1. So yeah, so do check that out. That would be Sunday from, I believe it'd be 4:45 PM UK time. So yeah, do put that in your diaries and come and check that out, because that should be quite big for us and obviously quite good for you guys to watch. There's some nice official races going there. So 19 of 22 drivers so far have set times. It looks like someone's just had it off there. So Luciano's obviously flashing to say, give me some room. Sorry Yuri, you're Frosty, what are you saying there? Want me for that? Yeah, when you jump in stream with me in a minute, Yuri, just just watch over the YouTube chat, please, that'd be great. So yeah, as I said, these cars are not for the faint-hearted. You've got to, like I said, you've got to be easy on the throttle, easy on the brakes. As I said, there's no TC, no ABS. So you really got to drive these cars the old school way. So we're not relying on computers to keep you on the track. You have to mechanically put the grip in, or put the input in, shall I say. So it looks like Darius has now managed to grab P1. So putting him almost 3 tenths up of Mole. So that's pretty interesting. As Jack's now holding P3 still. So he's just over 5 tenths off the off P1. So we should be in for quite an interesting battle, looking at the how close the times are so far. So even right across the field, we should have some pretty good battles, you know, with the front runners, mid pack, and hopefully the back runners too should have some interesting racing going on. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it looks like Darius is he has been practicing all week, so yeah, so it's obviously paying off for him if he's running P1 at the moment. So I mean, I know some of these guys are very competitive and do a lot of practice, so it will be interesting to see what comes of it with lap 1. Hopefully they ain't going to be too aggressive and causing the accidents, and hopefully they can all have a good race and a good battle. So, because obviously it's pretty awesome when they're all running in the same car class, you know, for some real close battling. Yeah, that's interesting. If he was in the GT3 or in the IMSA, then I would say there are technically different cars because one's got less, well, the Cup car's got less aero, and obviously no TC or ABS. So, although it's a Porsche, it's not the same car as such. So you've got to really obviously work on it. Unless you generally drive with all the assists off, then technically it can be the same car. That's it. So at the moment, as I say, still only 19 of 22 cars have posted a time so far. So this is we're at Zandvoort with this race. So it's going to be a very interesting race. So 6 minutes left. Jake's still holding P5, so no change there. Yeah, we know that, Yuri. You always seem to be there, don't you, at Zandvoort? So it should be interesting, especially they said the ADAC GT's racing there soon. We say next year, I believe he said. And obviously Formula 1 are coming back to Zandvoort, so that's going to be an interesting and probably a boring race. So just still on board. Darius really having to fight the car there under braking. So I don't think he's going to be up on his sector one time. Not from that mistake. Almost drifting around that corner looking at that. It's going to be interesting when they all... Oh, so he has managed to get purple sector there, taking up almost 1/100th of a second off his time, so it is a bit improvement if he can keep it going, as long as the traffic in front don't cause him too much issues. So you can definitely see he's driving right on the limit there as he's trying to keep the back end straight. Unfortunately, he's lost 3/10 in sector 2, so I don't think he's going to be making much of an improvement with that lap time, so which is a bit of a shame. So it looks like we've got 20 of 22 cars now managed to set lap times. So we're just under 4 minutes left of qualifying, and then we've got a 45-minute race. I believe with the full formation lap, the timer will be counting down from that 45 minutes. So still not much change there. Looks like Jake's now dropped down to P6 when he was running P5. So it looks like Gian's managed to grab P4, which has obviously pushed these guys up a bit with Andre in P5. So yeah, not much to commentate on right now. I mean, not much is changing right yet. Everyone's pretty much done their fast. fastest lap. I mean, we might get a couple of fast laps in the last few minutes as the track starts to quieten down. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on the times and see what happens there. So looking at the time, it's been quite an interesting race with the front runners from sort of P6 up to P10. They're all pretty close within one another there with about 7/10. So we should have quite an interesting race on our hands right across the grid. So I mean, as long as they all behave on lap 1, then yeah, it should be really good. So like I said, no ABS, no TC, so I'm hoping that lap 1 doesn't become a big wreck fest. Yeah, I'm probably just moving over from the mic. That's probably what's happening, because I'm just reaching over things and talking, so that's probably why my mic's going up and down a bit. So I will sit still when I commentate the race, as I'm just doing a few things just to finalise what I'm doing here in the background. So yeah, still not much going on at the moment. I mean, it looks like Jake's now dropped down to P7. So it looks like Cassell's managed to grab P4, which is made an interesting hit there. So yeah, there we go. That's the final standing there for the qualifying. So Darius managed to get P1, Mole for P2, and Jack for P3. So it's going to be an interesting race. We've got 20. So yes, we've got 22 drivers in. So 2 drivers didn't unfortunately get a lap in there. So as I say, so lap 1 is a full formation lap. Alright, it did start to scroll then. So yeah, we've got 21 drivers actually took managed to set a lap time. So yeah, so we've got full formation lap. So we've got Yuri in the Camaro there. So he will be leading the guys around the track. And then once he heads into pits, it'll be up to the leader then to take the cars up to the start-finish line, or take the grid up to the start-finish line. And then it's literally down to the leader to go. And then the race will be on. And that's obviously hoping that with the full formation lap, T1 should be nice and clean. So fingers crossed and touch wood. We're just staying TV cam there with Yuri for a minute. I don't know why Auto Direct wanted to chuck us into a cockpit view then. So yeah, so Yuri, we're keeping a set speed, making the guys spread out a bit. They should be start weaving and warming up their tyres, warming their brakes. Hopefully not crashing into one another. So just scroll back the grid just to make sure everyone's behaving. So far so good. Need to spread out a little bit more so they don't end up, like I said, locking up and crashing into someone, because I said there's no ABS on these cars. So nice and clean so far for the formation lap. The rest of the cars there. So yeah. So all looking good as they come around turn 7 at the moment. Just going to check the rest of the grid. So yeah, they're all behaving nicely there so far. So turn 10, this is probably the worst corner for everyone. This is where a lot of people will make mistakes and come off, because it's a very slow corner as you come into the hairpin for T11. So once they get up close to T12, they will now obviously get into double formation. So here he's taking it nice and easy as they start to come around the final corner for T13. So everyone's behaving nicely so far. Everyone's nice and double fire at the moment. So this is where the pace car should go off into the pits. And then we're down to Darius, who's holding P1 at the moment. And they're off. So far so good. I'll just jump back to make sure everyone else is behaving. So nice and clean so far in T1. So Darius still holding P1 at the moment. Mole's in P2. Oh, there'll be a contact there. So it's like P3's just come off. So that's unfortunate on T2. But generally the rest of it is quite clean. So P3's now dropping back to P21. So unfortunately a bit of a mistake there, but apart from that, nice and clean so far. So jump on board with the auto director so we can get some nice dash cam views. So the camera will basically flick between the cars that are closest together at the moment. So anything that's likely to have an overtake, we'll sort of catch with the auto director. But looking at this at the moment, lap 1 has been pretty clean. A little bit of contact just there, just as the camera just changed, but only a minor bump by the looks of it. So yeah, so far a really nice tidy race so far for lap 1. So just one incident. So that's pretty good going for these cars. So definitely well done to these guys. It's been driving pretty good there. So Darius has got quite a lead at the moment. So it's about 1.7 seconds in front of Molly. So jump back to auto director here. So just looked like Toadstool was having a bit of a moment then. See who's coming up close. So not much change at the moment with the positions really. I mean the only one that really lost positions there was the driver who's in P19 now. He was started at P3, dropped down to P21. He's now up to P19. Cassell, yeah. So yeah, so at the moment, like I said, it's pretty clean racing. So everyone's quite tucked up together. Oh, looks like one of the cars is overdrove there and spanned themselves out into the wall. So I don't know if that was. So that was Ryan. So Ryan's the one that just ended up going into the wall there. So he's taken quite a lot of damage. So he's probably going to have to pit to repair that. So yeah, Darius at the moment is up to about 2.2 seconds ahead of Mole at the moment. I mean, but this is where we're only at the start of the race, so anything can happen from now up to 38 minutes time. So it looks like Jack is trying to take the inside line here, but he's had to hold back a bit. So we're trying to put the pressure on Mole there. So pretty interesting. So we've got again Yuri trying to do the same thing, trying to put the pressure there on Luciano. Just gonna grab these guys as well. So another one's trying to grab the inside line, but have to yield again, unfortunately. And Roko's just managed to change positions there from P20 to grab P19. So Jack again trying to put the pressure on with Mole. So we'll try and get some onboard footage there of Jack as he's putting some pressure there on Mole. Hopefully he doesn't try to overdrive the car too much because that can cost him later on. So you can really hear the tyres there, really working hard to keep the car on the track. As he tries to take, so he's got the inside line at the moment, but Mole's got the inside line for the next turn, so it should be pretty interesting. But it looks like Jack's managed to keep the inside line as he comes round to T11. And looks like Jack's managed to grab P2. So that was some pretty awesome racing there between Jack and Mole. So nice and clean there. So well timed. So it's now with how Jack's going to be now. He's got the pressure of Mole behind him. But Darius at the moment is 4 seconds ahead of everyone, leading the race. So he's doing very well so far. So we'll jump on board with Mole so we can see the distance here between Mole and Jack at the moment. These guys are getting up close. So it looks like Jack's made a bit of a big mistake and he's span himself out. So that is a big shame there. So Jack's not in the very best of positions right there, but managed to get himself off the track. And now he's down to P12 at the moment. P9. I just swapped himself out then, but looks at it. But that is such a shame. He obviously had really good racing there with Mole. Managed to get the overtake and then come into T1, locked up, brought the back end around and put him in a bit of a dangerous position. So he's got a lot of work to do now. He's now dropped down to P10 from that. So it's like Toadstool's trying to put the pressure on Nigel Wood at the moment. So he's the closest with these guys right now. So jump on board with this guy though. So he tries to go for a sneaky move there, trying to get the inside, but he's under a battle. But Nigel Wood is still at the inside line, so he manages to get his position back. As they come around T9. Vodafone. So unfortunately with that, Nigel's now lost a place. So that's put Nigel back down to P11. So it looks like Sasha's just made a big mistake there and he's lost a couple of positions from mistaken to T10 at Audi. So we'll just get a bit of onboard footage with Darius at the moment as it's a bit calmer over the grid right now. So again, this is our leader. He's 6.6 seconds ahead at the moment of Mole. So he's pretty much got the race to himself at the moment. So as long as he can keep his consistency up, he's got every chance of getting pole. So just on jump on board with Roko at the moment because he's trying to grab the inside line here. So they're going side by side. Looks like Roko's managed to grab that position there now, taking P21. So it looks like Jack's had a bit of an issue. So he's obviously, it looks like he's retired. So he's had a bit of a bad race. So maybe he's had a big accident there. So I just saw him just drop off the list. So that's a bit of a shame. taking Andre for the minute. He's about a second behind Mole at the moment. Show you the distance there between him. And he's about a second behind Gian. So not much going on at the moment between these guys, so it's going to be a pretty close battle between these guys at the moment. So we know that Mole holds his pace well, so hopefully Mole still manages to keep hold of P2. We'll just jump over to Rick, see what's going on here, because everyone have a little bit of a battle at the moment. So not enough for Rick to get the inside line there, so I say this, but they start to come into too wide now as they come down to T2. But Rick has to tuck back in. So the thing with Zandvoort is this, it's quite a narrow track, so there's not really many places that you can make the overtake, especially with the cars so close together like this. It's literally purely down to mistakes and trying to get the right line at the right time to make those overtakes. I just want to jump over to Nick Smith here quickly because something's happening here. It looks like someone's just gone wide. So as I said, yeah, definitely some interesting racing going on right across the field here from the mid-pack front runners and the rear of the pack. So some pretty good racing so far. So Yuri, you in chat now with us?
I've been here. I've been here.
Oh, I've not really heard you talking. So yeah, so this is Yuri. So I'm Simon chatting, and then we've got Yuri with us. So hello, Yuri. Have you got push to talk on, mate, or because I can't hear you?
I am talking.
Oh, okay.
I'm just figuring out my problem because my racing didn't start.
Okay, no worries, cool. So Cassell at the moment, he's putting the pressure on with Nigel Wood at the moment. So we'll jump on board with him for a minute so you can get a bit of action going on. So we might have to jump over to... So just as we're on board there, just notice that Sasha's now managed to grab P17 off of Angelo, who's now P18. So we'll stay with these guys for a minute.
I got a chat open for YouTube as well now. And Flex said hello, let's.
That's it, yeah. Good morning there, Asa. Hope it's well and nice and sunny over there in Australia. So just jump over with Sasha a sec and see what's going on with these guys, because Sasha was closing the gap in, but looked like he was having a bit of a moment trying to keep the rear end stable then. But we will just jump back over to Cassell again, because he again is putting the pressure on Nigel Wood. So this will be interesting as they come up to T1. As Cassell's starting to get a bit of slipstream, getting a bit of a tug up the main straight. But he's playing it safe, just to keep himself tidy into T1. So as you can see there, no TC, so quite a lot of wheel spin on the exit there. So tyres really struggling for grip.
I think it looked very clean now.
So I'm going to jump back on again and board with him, because I'm sure there's going to be an overtake in a minute. So hopefully he's not driving the car too hard and ends up spinning out. So it looks like he's being patient with how he's driving at the moment. taking a wider line than the others, hoping to get a faster exit there, but with Nigel taking the inside line, hasn't got much hope of an overtake right now. So although he's got the inside line here, Nigel's going to obviously hold the inside line around. So yeah, Nigel still managed to hold that position there because he had the inside line around T11. So some pretty battling going on there between these guys.
Yeah, what I could see from the safety cars, the start was pretty clean.
Yeah, no, it was very clean, a very clean T1. There was only one incident where someone span out. I believe that is actually Cassell was one. Yeah, Cassell span out. He was the one that managed P3 in the qualifying, dropped back to P21, and now he's up to P9. So he's having a pretty good race, getting himself back up to his position. So working very well through the field.
Are we actually going to look at jump start with the formation lap?
So, oh, sorry, Az, I didn't realise it's New Zealand for you, mate. But he's Aussie. So yeah, technically, same place, isn't it?
Both upside down, isn't it, Simon?
So yeah, they've obviously updated the physics of the Porsche Cup. So definitely making these cars more fun to drive. So Nigel Woods closing the gap again at the moment. I'll just jump over to Rocco because he's putting a bit of pressure on Nick Smith at the moment. So I don't know what's happened to Mole. So now Mole's down to P7, so he must have had an off. So he's lost quite a few positions now. So Andre's now up to P2. Gian's up to P3. Jake Boswell's now P4. We've got Yuri in P5. Luciano in P6. So unfortunately Mole's had an off and lost a lot of time. So this is obviously an opportunity for Cassell now to catch up and grab another position.
Jay Camoletto just put in YouTube chat, Cassell qualified P4 instead of P3.
That's it, yeah. So just jump back to Rocco at the moment because he's closest again at a bit about as it looks like Nick Smith made a big mistake and sort of span himself around and straight into a wall. So that's a bit of a shame. So Rocco's managed to get a nice position there, putting the pressure under him, forcing Nick to make a mistake. So a bit of a shame. We'll jump on board with Rick for a minute, as he's having a good battle with Anthony. So just ahead of us, we've got Nigel Woods is having a little bit of a battle with Andre, with only half a second between them. So we might jump over to them in a minute if not much happens here. So just jump over to Nigel Wood because they're getting a bit close to each other again with Nigel Wood and Andre. So Cassell's now managed to grab P8. So he's brought himself up another position. So again, he's fighting with Mole now. So there's about just over a second gap between Cassell and Mole. So, but yeah, Yuri, the formation lap there that you did in the pace car, it was pretty clean, wasn't it? Quite good, a good start to the race. So just jump on board with Rick because he's looks like Rick's just managed to grab the position there of Anthony. So Anthony's made a little bit of mistake and went wide off the track. So now Anthony's going to be trying to put the pressure on Rick. So as it comes down the main straight, trying to get a tug.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing for these cars you did a rolling start. For formation lap because it's just so much cleaner.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean,
Understanding.
I mean, you can see that. You know, T1 was nice and clean there. We only had one car off on T2 on the lap one. So, yeah, the pace car really makes a difference having a full formation lap. So, yeah, nice and clean. So we've got a couple of battles across the grid at the moment. So we're keeping an eye on these at the moment. So Peter's now putting the pressure on Anthony. So Anthony's obviously lost quite a bit of time now after his off, which has now obviously hindered him a bit, where Peter Hindle is now closing the gap. Well, we'll jump back to Nigel Wood in a minute. So actually Mole is trying to go for an overtake as well. So not much going on there. So I've got quite a few fights going on at the moment. So we'll stay with Mole for a moment. As Mole is the closest one so far. I might have to jump over to Nigel Wood in a minute.
But it's not only Mole, it's Cassel, Mole and Icciato.
Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah, because Cassel's obviously, it's a three-way battle here between Mole, Cassel and Andre at the moment. So this is all at the mid-pack here. Just Anthony Allen's just having a bit of battle there as well. So fortunately, Peter's managed to pass Anthony, and he's managed to gain 2 positions there because Rico's now down to P13. I'll just jump over to Cassel because these guys are in a three-way battle at the moment. So both cars being attacked at the front. So it's going to cause some mistakes, and the car that's not under attack, who's putting the pressure on him, may end up getting an opportunity here of grabbing 1 or 2 places. So anything can happen at the moment. So Mole's in a bit of a situation really, because he's obviously trying to attack but also try and defend as well from the car behind, as these guys are so close together. But Mole's trying to get the toe again. But Luciano's decided to take the inside line to defend it. As they go too wide, but is that going to cause a mistake? No, he's managed to hold on to position. As he's managed to, a little bit of contact there, but it looks like Mole has managed to, nope, Mole has managed to get the position there. So some good racing there. So he's managed to take the overtake on Luciano. So Cassel's now going to be battling with Luciano. So that was some good racing there and good tactics from Mole, managing to grab that position there, and he's now obviously escaping that battle and leaving it behind for Andre and Cassel to fight it out. So
You mean Luciano and Cassel?
Luciano, sorry, yeah. Sorry, Nigel Wood and Andrew, yeah. It's alright, my board's flicking all over the place at the moment because there's loads of battles going on, so it's hard to keep up.
That was actually a very good move for Mole, because most of the times when an overtake is being made there is something happening. Someone going off wide or into the wall, you know, like it's not a common place to overtake someone.
This is it. So I'm just going to jump over to Toe, because it looks like he's just managed to grab a position off of Sasha there. So that was just quickly caught that overtake near the back of the field. Rico is having a bit of a battle with Ricoco behind. I'll just jump back to Nigel Wood, because these guys are having a little bit of a battle as well at the moment. So you've got Rick behind at the moment, closing the gap.
Cassel is indeed past Luciano. we indeed have Castell overtaking Lucia. And it's back, and it looks like Castell has made another mistake.
Yeah, so Castell's made a big mistake there. Looks like might have had a bit of contact. So that's cost Castell quite a bit there. So now Castell's down to P10, losing a couple positions there. Now Nigel Woods take P9 and Andre's now up to P8. Luciano still holding P7 at the moment. So I just want to jump over to Angelo because there's a bit of a battle going on between Angelo and Rico. I don't understand your question there, Pediman. Cassel already through?
No, Castell went by Luciano. That's what he's referring to.
Ah, right, okay.
And then half a lap later,
he managed to get it. That's right, yeah. So had a bit of a three-way battle here between Cassel, Wood, and Andre at the moment.
It also looks like Jury is catching up to Jake Boswell. The gap is slowly decreasing.
So nice battle going on here as Cassel now managed to take P9, so he's managed to gain back a position. So Nigel Woods just taking a completely different line for T1 there, so he might get the comeback.
You can really see these cars are a handful to drive.
Absolutely, yeah, I no doubt
more
about it.
Mistakes than in the normal GT3 class.
This is it. So Cassel's now putting the pressure on Andre, so he's fighting, trying to get these positions back. Because as I say, Cassel started P3 from the qualifying. Had an accident T2, took him back to P21, and he slowly climbed back up the ladder. Had a small incident which then lost him a couple of places, but he's still battling through, so he's holding P8 at the moment, so he's doing well so far.
It also looks like Nick Smith retired, sadly.
This is it. So just under 16 minutes left of the race, so this could be anyone's battle. I mean, we've had some awesome battles right across the race for the last 30 minutes so far, so it's definitely been quite a close, interesting race across the grid. So we're having almost a four-way battle here with these cars at the moment. So it could be anyone's race with these guys. So looks like Yuri's just gone off and Mole's now taken P5. So I'm not sure what happened with Yuri there, but unfortunately he had an off, lost in position. So that's obviously an advantage for Mole, who was running P2 earlier, and he lost quite a few positions, and then he's back up to P5. So just jump over to Rick quickly because they're close again as well. He's having a battle with Anthony. So Rick's got the inside line at the moment. Nope. Anthony's still got the inside line at the moment. So we've got some races right across the grids. There's quite a few people battling out at the moment. So we'll just jump back with Nigel Wood because these guys are having a bit of a battle as well. So it's all happening sort of mid to the rear of the pack at the moment. So looking at the times there, Darius is 13, almost 14 seconds ahead, leading for pole at the moment, with Andre for P2, and we've got Gian in P3 and Jake in P4.
We also have a three-way battle for P12 right now with Anthony Emberson.
This is it, yeah, so I'm flicking between the two.
And Haas.
So you've got a three-way battle with these guys, and you've got a battle for P10 and P9 at the moment, and P8 with Luciano, Nigel and Andre. So these guys are all having a good old battle right now. Absolutely, so yeah, you got to get on and do it, get your wheel installed, come and start racing with us. We've got a new rookie league starting up on Monday, so we've got the rookie Audi TT, 2016 championship starting, so that'll be in race room on Mondays. So yeah, do check that out. Yeah, guys, like I said, we've got a new website up now. Spent the last 2 months building it, so it's turned out to be a really awesome web app. So do check it out. That's www.redlinemotorsport.co.uk. Yeah, do check it out, and it's obviously sign up and join our Discord. So currently we're at just over 1,400 members so far, and growing really fast as we come up to our first year anniversary on the 19th of August. So, and obviously don't forget to like us and subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Twitch, because I am streaming to both platforms. So that'll be much appreciated, thank you. So it looks like Anthony's just had an off, so he's lost a position there. So that is unfortunate. So Rococo's managed to grab that position. I'm going to jump over to Nigel Wood because he's having a bit of a battle. So interesting battle going on with these guys at the moment. Gian's now having a bit of a battle, closing the gap here. Who's he actually closing the gap to? I believe it must be a back marker that he's closing the gap there.
About Lewis talking?
I believe so. I'm not 100% sure. Looking at the timing board, it doesn't really show that he's definitely not close enough for P2. So it must be a back marker there that's in between them. So yeah, so Nigel Wood's still putting the pressure on Andre at the moment. So they're trying to battle out in this freeway battle with Luciano, Nigel, and Andre. So there's some really good racing going on with these guys at the moment. So it's been really nice and clean. Like I said, only I think there's only like 2 incidents so far, and a couple have been a few offs as well, just through driver error. But generally, it's been quite an interesting race.
I posted both the website link in.
Yeah,
Twitch
excellent. Yeah,
and
thank you.
YouTube.
Yeah, so guys, yeah, do check out the new website. That's literally just launched today, so get yourself signed up. So we race across a lot of different sims, all the latest sims, should we say. So yeah, so do sign yourself up to them. So Toad starting to close the gap on P17 at the moment. So jump back to Luciano again, because these guys, again, these three are having a good battle at the moment. Unfortunately, the front runners have sort of spread themselves out, so there's not too much going on. There's quite a big gap between them all at the moment, so it's literally here between these guys, between P9, P10 and 11. So yeah, there's no age restriction in our races. I mean, all we ask for is you to be respectful, race cleanly. We do have a harsh penalty system, so you know any wreckers will get kicked out pretty quickly. So yeah, just bear that in mind. But that's what we have, obviously, the rookie classes for, and we have some pretty awesome pro drivers that are happy to obviously help train some of your AM drivers up to get you up to scratch. So do take advantage of that as well. So just jump on board with Nigel Wood. Also, I will say is obviously we've got a couple of real racing drivers that are in our Discord as well. So one of them being our chief steward. So yeah, so we do try to keep our rules as strict as possible, and obviously our penalty system as fair as possible, without obviously penalising you guys too much. So at the moment, some awesome battling going on here at the moment with P18 and P17 for Toad. Another battle going on at the moment with Rococo and Rico at the moment. And also the same battle at the moment going on between Luciano and Nigel Wood. So these guys are still having a good battle between these three, Andre, Nigel Wood and Luciano.
It also looks like, I'm not sure if he has time to overtake. But Moore is kind of getting closer to Jake Boswell, because it was 7 seconds, it's now 2.4 seconds.
Yeah, we'll see where they are at the moment. So you can see, yeah, that obviously Mole is starting to close the gap there with Jake. So Jake is in front of the blue Logitech car. So he's definitely closing the gap there at the moment. So we've got just over 8 minutes left. So there could be a chance there for Mole to grab a P4 off of Jake. So we will keep an eye on that at the moment. Just want to jump back to Rikoko at the moment because again he's still in a good battle with Rico.
Sasha has also retired.
So I'm just going to jump over to Nigel Wood because it looks like he's trying to make the overtake, but he's got the outside line, but he seems to have this outside line as he tries to cut back in and get a faster exit.
Ooh, a bit scurry on exit. And now he has Luciano.
That's it, yeah. So Luciano's now trying to put that one. So I'll jump on board with these guys for a minute, give you a bit of some interesting footage. Just so you can see how close these guys are at the moment. Just jump back over to Angelo, because it looks like Angelo might have made a mistake. Or was it Angelo who's just making an overtake at the moment, taking the position off Rico? So I'm not sure what happened. I think Rico must have had an accident because he was battling out with Rikoko earlier. But he's obviously dropped back 3 positions, so it looks like he's lost. He was P14, and he's now.
I'm thinking
P16.
who are you talking about with Rikoko, but it's Rocco.
You're about Rico and Rocco, yeah.
Yeah, not Rikoko.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're confusing me now. I'm saying what's right. So yeah, stay on board with Nigel for the moment because again, these guys are still having a good battle there between Luciano, Andre, and Nigel. So yeah, Jake, I wouldn't give Frosty too much of a big head. Just say he's done okay. That's all.
I can still hear you.
So I'll just jump down to the leaders. The leader's not had much time, so it looks like that's a back marker there. That leader's just overtaken and another back marker in front. So yeah, so Darius has done pretty well at the moment, holding about 15.7 seconds roughly is the gap at the moment between him and P2. So a quick look at Andre, who's holding P2 because he's not had much screen time at the moment. So looks like he's got Gian just not far behind, about 1.8 seconds behind at the moment. I mean, that's just confused me because the times have just changed out. So I'm going to jump back to Luciano because these guys are on a bit of a battle again. I don't know if you can see what's going on there. So it looks like Luciano just made a bit of a mistake and it's cost him a bit of a time. As we just saw Andre just shoot off then.
Mole has indeed gone past Jake.
Yeah, so yeah, it looks like Mole's managed to grab that overtake. Unfortunately, that didn't show up on screen then. So that's a shame we missed that. But yeah, it looks like this. Mole's managed now to grab P4. So again, Mole started P2, had a bit of a mistake, dropped down to about P7. No, P10 wasn't it? I believe, yeah, P10 he dropped down to, and he's worked himself back off, and he's now P4. So he's about 2. Yeah, these timers get a bit confusing. I'm just trying to work out. Yeah, so he's about 2 seconds or 2.5 seconds off Gian. So he's only got 4.5 minutes to try and close that gap, but it could be a possibility of him to grab P3 later. So I'm going to jump back to Luciano again because we're going too wide down the main straight. So Luciano's in the inside. He's managed to take the overtake now, so he grabs P9, but he's gone wide, and it looks like Andre's managed to take the line again, take it back, but Luciano's now managed to grab P9 again. This is what I mean. It's very tactical, this track. You've got to learn the lines properly to try and get these overtakes. If you can get the inside lines correctly, you can obviously grab those positions without obviously causing an accident. So that's awesome racing there from Luciano. So nice overtake from Andre.
Carmine Carpentiero says hi, guys. Hi.
Welcome, hello. So unfortunately Yuri had big mistake earlier, and it lost him a couple of positions. He span out, but he's still fighting well, battling for P6 at the moment. So not too bad. The gaps sort of opened up now, really. There's not too much going on with the battles now. They're sort of spread out a bit, unfortunately. But anything can happen in the last sort of 3 minutes. So what's your take on this race so far, Yuri?
I think it's a really good, clean race so far.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been really good, nice and clean. Been some awesome battles right across the grid at the moment. So it's been pretty much a battle every second of the race. You know, it's just these last few minutes it's sort of calmed down a bit. So the gap sort of, I mean, the closest at the moment with the guys are about 1.8 seconds. So the gaps have opened up. So unfortunately, unless someone makes a vital mistake, I don't think we're going to see much change in the next lap. We just want to see roughly where the leader is so we can get an idea of how many laps we've got left. So we're looking at about fastest lap of the race at the moment. The fastest lap at the moment is actually Jake Boswell. We're 140. Oh, that's the last. Sorry, last lap. I'm looking at the wrong lap then. Sorry about that. Fastest lap of the race actually is Darius. We're 143.9. So Darius just gone over the line. So this could be very close. So we could end up potentially having 2 laps. So it all depends on Darius. If he can manage to get under a 144 or hold a 144, with his last lap being a 145, we might have an extra lap.
But he has the time to also brake some more for a corner or slow down a bit more.
That's it, yeah. So it's literally down to him how he wants to control the race. I mean, if he slows down enough and the time runs 0, that could be the last lap. So we just stay. I was to say there was a bit of a gap closing there between Cassell and Nigel Wood. So just keep an eye on that at the moment. So not much actually happening there. So we'll just jump on board with the leader for a minute. So we're coming to the last 50 seconds of the race. So yeah, guys, obviously if you're new to the stream, don't forget to obviously like and subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Twitch. That'd be much appreciated. If you want to know much about the community Redline, then obviously do head to the links below and join our Discord, and obviously head to our website, because we've got, like I said, we've got a new web app now, so that's really helping us run races 7 days a week across a selection of sims. So yeah, do check that out.
And now is the question, will Darius slow down?
This is it, yeah. Lap? So 15 seconds
looks like
left
he's slowing
as he starts
down.
to come around the last corner. Are we going to see another lap? Very close, but I'm guessing we have got another lap to go. I'm not too sure.
Oh,
We'll jump back to Rikoko a moment, because there's a bit of battle going on between Rikoko and Rick. And also there's a closing gap there with Cassell and Nigel Wood. So these guys are really going to start pushing hard now, but hopefully not too hard to make a mistake.
I think he finished because the way the car's driving, it looks like AI.
So it looks like he's obviously finished the race then. So I'll just jump over to see roughly where P2 is. So yeah, it looks like they finished. Yeah, Andre's managed to get P2 then. Gian's managed P3. Molly's got P4.
Ooh, someone just went off on the main straight.
Yeah, so it looks like something's happened there. So Yuri's managed to get P6. Cassell's got P7, Nigel Wood for P8, Luciano P9, Andre's just coming over the line for P10 there. Peter Hindley is just coming around the corner now. So he's managed to get P11.
And
so Rick and so this is Rick and Rikoko at the moment. They're in a bit of a battle still. Still trying to battle for position, but unfortunately last corner as they come up to. It's like Rick manages to get P12, I say. So some good battling going on there. So yeah, so Rick manages to get P12. Rocco manages to get P13. Anthony's coming over the line for P14. And there we are, Angelo for P15. So that's your standings, final standings. So yeah, so that was an awesome race, guys. If you only just jumped in to watch the stream, do watch the video, the stream back, because it was an awesome race right through. So we had some awesome battles going on. Only a couple of accidents that we were caught on the race. So again, really clean race, especially for these cars with no TC or ABS. So yeah, it's really good racing going on with these guys. So unfortunately, we had a couple of people that did have some big crashes and had to not finish the race, unfortunately. But overall, that was a pretty good race. So yeah, guys, like I said, don't forget to obviously follow us on Twitch, like and subscribe on YouTube. I will be streaming more races. It's Wednesday tomorrow, so we've got. I was just thinking what I've got next. So yeah, Friday is going to be ACC. So we've got ACC on Fridays with the Lamborghini Rex T-Rex event. So do check that out. So that'd be pretty awesome. That'd be commentated as well. Saturday, I believe Mike will be running the AC multi-class race. So we host that. So do check that out as well. That's pretty good to watch. And then Sunday, we've got the esports race room official race with the WTCRs. So that will be us. We'll be streaming that race for Division 2 because race room will be streaming Division 1. So yeah, we'll be streaming that. That'll be about 4:45 p.m. on Sunday, and then we've got. Just trying to think. Then we've got the free content multi-class race after that on the Sunday. So I'll just be racing that myself. So I think that will just be broadcasted but no commentary. And then next week again, it'll be Monday Porsche streaming. Wednesday we'd have the ACC Championship stream of commentating. Thursday's my day off. And then we've got Friday again with the other ACC Championship of commentating. So yeah, guys, we've got lots going on. So do obviously follow us and check us out. And obviously the more we do this, obviously the more we improve our streams. And yeah, the better obviously for you guys watching. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Thanks for all the comments and obviously the likes and all that. And we will see you on Friday. Thanks a lot. Cheers, guys.
Goodbye.